Alrighty. I think we're ready to begin. I hope. Yeah, let's just turn that down just a little bit. What's going on, chat? C-War, V-Fox, name I can't pronounce. Cat, how's it going? Thank you so much for being here today. So glad you could all make it. Yeah, there we go. I can't decide if I want this on 20% or 25%. I don't know. We're trying something different. I've been in the music making mood lately. I didn't make this one, though. This is some royalty-free music. No, actually, not royalty-free. I think this is from the YouTube Music Library. Gotcha. We are not ready. What you mean you ain't ready? You should be. You come to this stream, you better be ready, buddy. Right. Yeah, we want to make sure that it stays that way. Let's see what's going on here. Check out my Hyperland setup. I left the chat yesterday because of that. We are ready. What do you mean you left the chat? Like, why'd you leave again? What's your favorite lightweight note-taking software? We will get into that momentarily. For now, let me switch over to here though, so that way you guys can see me talk. But yeah, no, it's definitely copyright-free music. Like, it's only using whatever is from the YouTube Music Library. Let's see your Hyperland setup though. Let's take a look at that. Oh, we got some new people joining the Discord. Wow, look at you guys go. And then let's so this is your Hyperland setup, huh? What bar are you using? I'm curious now. It seems to me like it nah, I don't want to say what I think it is. Looks nice though. I like it. Let's see. Yeah, do a too long didn't read video. I'm finding a note software too. Let's see. I needed to configure the Arch and I had to install it manually because BetterFS didn't work with Arch install. Oh. Yeah, I saw you join the Discord. That's cool, thanks. Hey Ghost. So welcome back to the stream. It is in the Discord server. They joined the Discord and that's where they posted it. No, you are hold on a minute. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, they posted it in the Discord server. I don't know why they're not on Matrix. That would be a question for them because I know that you're on Matrix as well. To Please share your Git. I may try it someday. Um, I assume that is for cat. Let's see. Am I? Yeah, you're not late. No, you're just in time. I'm just talking with the people. Use a Linktree. I think there's also an alias that you can use, like social media or something like that. If the bot will ever show it up. Lately, the bot hasn't been wanting to come up for it. But either way, you can look in the description down below. There's a link for the Linktree. I don't know what the live chat's deal is. Yeah, it's Stream Elements. All right, so y'all wanted the Too Long Didn't Read version of this. So for those of you who need to absolutely know, my favorite is R-Note. Already joined like 3 days ago. Oh yeah, that's right. Gotcha. But yeah, my favorite note-taking app has got to be R-Note. I know I cheated. I tried them yesterday to see what I liked, and this is what I like the most. We will look into Obsidian today. That is part of the stream, but I also want to touch mostly on R-Note though. Show you like everything that it can do. So I'm sorry if that disappoints, but while we got people here, let's do a poll. I like polls. Don't you like polls? I love polls. So, what's your favorite note-taking app? We've got R-Note, Obsidian, something else. Let's add one more just for fun. I can't be bothered to write my notes. Oh, are you serious? I'm only limited? I can't be bothered to write notes. Alright, let's start the poll. There was open source alternative to Obsidian. I don't remember the name. Yeah, I believe that R-Note is the alternative. And R-Note is lightweight. So, yeah. Are you a computer science grad? Welcome back to the Stream of Myth. No, I am not. I am I graduated with a degree in music. Two completely different things. I just deal with computers for a hobby, mostly. Polls are scary. Google Docs, keep notes. Oh, gotcha. Hello, Arthrez. Welcome back. Oh, that's the name? Logitech. Oh, and then there's Joplin, too. I forgot about Joplin. Okay, yeah, so far we got a tie for something else versus I can't be bothered to write notes. That's insane to me. I don't know. Listen, after y'all started talking about R-Note yesterday, I was curious. I was legitimately curious. I was interested in it because I like the aspect of being able to write my notes down instead of just typing them or whatever. Like, I'm sure you could type notes in here because, like, there's a typewriter too, which we'll get to that in later on. But yeah, in my opinion, R-Note runs pretty smoothly, I will say. Yeah, because as far as I know, nobody uses Linux except for computer science grads. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint. I wish I would have gone to school for computers. I'm really good at it. But, life had a way with me, and I just didn't do it. My favorite of Samsung Notes are Zornal, plus plus. Yeah, I used Samsung Notes back in the day. I think like, did anyone here ever have a Samsung Note? Like those things were really nice. I loved them. Let's see. I'm the type of guy who manually writes on a sticky note. Yeah, see, I write manually on like pieces of paper, but I want to get away from that. Like since I've got a drawing tablet, I want to put it to use. So like that's part of what I want to do with it. Linux would be better if more programs supported it natively. Welcome back, Latvia. Yeah, I agree. Our Node is cross-platform though. I don't know if that's a question or not. If it is a question, I don't know. Because what it does is that it saves it as either a SVG or a PDF file. If it doesn't run on Linux, they mustn't want me to run it. I mean, when you write, you write. Wait, you just got a drawing tablet? Was the goal digital note taking? So I got my tablet like 2 weeks ago. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago I got my tablet. And so I've been experimenting here and there with drawing. So that's what I've been doing, is mostly drawing. And so the goal was not digital note taking originally. But I don't know. I guess it was yesterday I thought about it and I'm like, I would like to be able to do something with this. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. Both Arnold and Logitech anal flat hub. Dude, just come to Casio. Dude, our note seemed to, which is a key word, seemed to only be available on FlatHub. I was able to find it in the CashOS repositories, so I didn't have to use FlatHub. Is that cool or what? I have so much screen time, I actually take notes on physical paper. Gotcha. Well, that wasn't a question. It is on macOS, Win, and Linux, also free BSD. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember something about that. About reading that. Hold on, I got my 2 weeks ago. My goal was note taking though, but I'm looking forward to using it for art and animation. Yeah. I'm curious as to like what you use for art and animation though. I too take notes on physical paper. It's right there next to my keyboard. It's so convenient. Oh, so it's convenient. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm used to doing too. I'm used to writing them down on paper. All right, 1 second, guys. I'll be back. I found it on... Oh, I'm back, by the way. I found it on AUR, but I don't really trust AUR. I mean, fair enough. I only use it when I absolutely have to. It's no different than Flatpaks. I use Sublime for simple note-taking. I mean, yeah, if we're going down the road of, like, simple note-taking, sure. Like, you could use something like Genie, for example, even though it's like a code editor. Like, you know, you could use something like that, for example. Or you can just write your notes down. It doesn't really matter, but this is just like if you want to be able to draw your... Well, hold on. Let me stop for a second. Not if you want to just draw. It's like... Yeah, I guess if you want to draw your notes, write them down, you know. Oh, yeah, I remember Gedit. It's in official Arch Repo Extra. Oh, gotcha. AUR is great, but no one trusts it. Gotta limit the amount of stuff downloaded from AUR so stuff doesn't break too often. Yeah. No, I get that. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep talking if I don't do anything about this. One moment. I'll be back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Got a dog that is impatient today. He decided that he would do a lot of barking, and I don't know why. But now we're back. Like screenshot can be embedded on note-taking app. Gotcha. When taking notes. Why is the stream not in 1080p or higher? Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, I'm back once again. So, why is the stream not in 1080 or higher bitrate? So this is kind of complicated in a way. I wanted to make the stream to where like anyone can watch it. I'm not familiar with the bitrate encoding, if it's like Twitch in that sense or not. Probably I can possibly get away with doing 1080p. The issue was originally I was trying to do 1080p at 60 FPS, but my system was not handling it. And so what I decided to do was I just bumped it down to 720p and then did it at 30 FPS. But yeah, the next stream, no, we can have it at 1080. Absolutely. I think it'll work just as good. So we'll try it out, see how it goes. Hopefully my system won't blow up. But yeah, I'm looking forward to getting that new laptop at some point. I get paid this week, so it's just a matter of waiting until I get paid, and then I can get the new computer, and then we can finally do it at 1080p, 60 FPS. Oh, it's so white. Yeah, I'm sorry. But, like, here's the thing. If I... Let's see. Let's go into our menu. Their color scheme. We could use dark theme. Oh. That did not do what I thought it was going to do. Although, if it's going to pull that mess, we'll just leave it at that. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason it's too bright. I don't even know what to do with that. I don't know how to fix that. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to do that note. Oh, not because of code, but because of a bug or something like that. Gotcha. So it is it's HP Victus I believe. It's got a 6550M GPU in it. It's supposed to be able to do everything I want it to do. Or just use 720 at 30 with higher bitrate so everything is crisp. Well, I think part of the reason why it's not doing what it's supposed to be doing is because it's got a lower encoding option. Like, it is at the lowest possible because I was having encoding issues, so I had to do that. With that being said, we could probably add more bitrate to it. Let's see. 720 is completely fine for your content. Yeah, it is, but I like to be able to provide more options. I mean, it's good for now, don't get me wrong, but I don't know why the bot isn't working today. I need to look into that. Use the leftmost menu button and change the color of the page. You talking about this sidebar here? Set the background color. Just set it to black. Just like my soul. Ew, I don't like that. That's gross. I don't like that. Y'all just gonna have to deal with it. I'm sorry. I don't like that. Yeah, let me think on that for a minute, because I don't know if I want to change that. Let's see, AMD or Intel? It is AMD. Change to gray. I don't know. It just seems more appropriate to do white, though. Like, I don't understand why y'all have problems with this. That means I gotta write my notes in white. Now we'll do black. It's too bright in my sad dark room. No, I removed the dots though. So, oh, well, let's actually, we'll do some testing. Make it like a neutral background. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, there's more neutral. And then we'll just use black. There we go. Also make the border shorter. And then we can just erase it just like that. Do you still use the ball mouse? Yes, I do, as a matter of fact. I'm always going to use the ball mouse. What do you mean make the border shorter, though? Alright, let me see where that setting is. Okay, no, I don't see that option. Well, I'm using both. So I'm using my mouse when I have to do certain things, and then I'm using the tablet whenever I do the other stuff. So what you're saying is, I mean, I don't know that I really like that, but I mean, it works. Doesn't it feel weird to control your pointer through the ball rather than sliding the mouse? No, I think it's weird that I have to slide my mouse. I don't want to do all that manual labor. Borders changed by changing the page layout. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, so are we all happy before we decide to do any note taking? Bro, I'm not lazy. What you mean? I ain't lazy. You're lazy. I'm not crying, you're crying. No, I feel like it's more like, especially when I'm playing games, it feels like a joystick to me. And I really enjoy having that whenever I'm gaming and stuff. I know a lot of people look at me like, why are you using that and all, but I'm just like, it's comfortable to me. Everything is fine now, but have you connected your Wacom tablet? I don't use Wacom, I use Huion, but yes, it is connected. Yeah, I've played Fortnite with it. I've actually gotten in second place like 3 times before with it, as a matter of fact. I'm not very good at the game, let me just tell you that much. That's why I don't win very often. But like I win like once in a blue moon, and then finally whenever I get to a point where I can win, I get second place. So let's see. Let me check on, actually no, I don't know. We may end up using Streamlabs at this point for the next stream. I'll have to figure that one out, because like this isn't pulling up my commands like it's supposed to. But yeah, so the best thing to do first would be to write down list of distros to review. That would probably be a good start to note taking. Oh, I just got all this stuff written down that just like doesn't make sense to me anymore. The only thing that does make sense is all these distributions that I wrote down. Yes, we'll make sure to add in NixOS. NixOS. We're also gonna do Pop OS, but this is going to be with the Cosmic. Let's see. Some other ones that was said have been Bazite. I can't do a stream without someone mentioning Bazite, so we'll do that. They also said Nabara. Arch, Hyperland. No, I'm good. I'm good. No, we ain't doing that mess. Gentoo? No. Never. I can't. People would love for me to do Gentoo. Do you know how many hours that takes just to do the install? And like I don't even know what I'm doing with it to begin with. Okay, so yeah, we got Nobara, we got Bazite. Linux Cinnamon. The best way to do that would actually be to do what would be known as if we're doing Cinnamon, I would like to cover Linux Mint because I've never, like, I recommend Linux Mint all the time, but I've never actually used it, so it might be a good idea to do that. Let's see, what else is on this piece of paper? Let's see. What are you technically? Or well, you are technically using Arch plus Hyperland, so there's that. Yeah, but I'm not. I'm not doing it femboy style. Like, no, no, thank you. I'm good. I like the way I have it now. Let's see. So Oracle Linux. I don't know anything about that. Solaris. We'll write them down, but I don't know if I'll ever cover them because all these other ones are going to take priority. Okay, and then we got Solaris. Oh yeah, I forgot to write down Endeavor. I know you don't like it, but still. Let's see. Could you check out Neri? Well, Neri is actually a Wayland compositor, but we'll make a separate list. Other things to try out. Neri. We'll just add a note that this is a window manager. Yeah, I mean, I think it's enough too. Oh yeah, people kept recommending Zorin. Let's finish that O. Oh yeah, and then Void as well. Yeah, we might end up doing another poll later on today to see what we're gonna do tomorrow. Because tomorrow I'm thinking we'll do a distro review. What about Virtual Machine? Have you used, and which is good? Yeah, so I use virtual machines all the time, although it was recommended that I don't use virtual machines, but right now that's the only thing I've got. Like, I don't have a capture card or anything, and I don't have an extra laptop to just experiment on. So, yes, I do use virtual machines, and I use GNOME boxes. To me, it's the simplest to set up and ready to go out of the box. What's your primary text/code editor? So my primary text and code editor is something called Geany. Geany. I like Geany. Let's see, what else can we do here? Because there's other things I want to note down too. Let's see. Well, I can't think of anything else. Okay, what internet browser are you using? I am using Zen browser. Yep, Zen browser. Again, I don't know if Red Star is going to be one of those that we'll do, but we'll write it down just because it was recommended. I will be vetting for these before I do the streams on them. So, like, if there's something I don't think is like worth doing, or I don't think it looks good, then I'm not doing it. Have you considered Zed? It's written in Rust and is fully GPU accelerated. Uh, I mean, what does Zed do that Zen can't do? Would be my question in regards to using Zed. Nah, we better not do that for your safety. Oh, Zed is a oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I have not tried Zed. Also, do I really need a text editor that's like GPU accelerated? Okay, yeah, this is exactly what I'm talking about. We're not doing those types of distributions. Whoops. Didn't mean to hit you guys. Let's see, what are some other things? So I'm looking at the poll here, and basically you guys are saying that you use something else, and I think some of you have showed what y'all have used. So that's interesting. Oh, we keep it mean, but not as far as that. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can put down Cali. For sure. Logitech, top. I think the biggest thing for me when it comes to note taking at this point in the game is like, what's going to give me free range to do what I want with it? Like, to be able to write my notes down and stuff like that, like with the drawing tablet, and to keep, I guess, organized or whatever. Like, this is just infinite paper for me, so it works out really well. Yeah, I got Void written down already. Why do you hate Kali Linux? Trust you need GPU acceleration. Once you experience GPU acceleration in NVIM or any text-based environment, you will never look back. I mean, I'll have to take your word for it for now. I can't really do anything with yeah, I can't really do anything with the GPU right now because it's just not I don't have a good GPU, so it wouldn't matter. For now, you don't have a GPU, so you may try it with your new Lappy. Yeah, pretty much. That's what I was getting at. Was that like for now, it's just not something that I can really do. But I gotta wait out the week. I gotta wait it out, and then I can get it. I got about 3 days from now before I can get it. Or before I can order it. And then it's a matter of how long it takes to get here. Then we can do pretty streams. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is with Stream Elements. Let me check on that real quick for you guys. See what's going on with it. I mean, it says the bot is in the chat. But let me see if I've done anything to the commands that wouldn't let it play out. Um. Yeah, no, it's available for both. I don't understand why it's not working. Maybe if I turn it off and turn it back on? I don't know. We may end up just using Streamlabs because this is not good. Let's see. You know viewers enjoy streamers suffering, so might as well consider Gentoo. You'll boost your YouTube stats. Yeah, but then at that point, are they really coming to my channel for the right reasons? I mean, listen, we'll write down Gentoo, okay? The only issue is I'm not going to know what to do with Gentoo. I know that it is a very complicated process. There's a lot of compiling. There's going to be a lot of frustration. And I don't know if anyone's prepared for that. To see me get frustrated on stream. Why do you hate Vanilla Arch that much? Any past trauma? I don't think I ever said that I hated Vanilla Arch. I just found that it was I just found that CashUS did more of what I needed it to do. I mean, Vanilla Arch is great if you want to start from the ground up, but like if you want tweaks, like you want optimizations to your PC, I would consider getting CashUS. In my area, normal online shopping delivery time is 7 days. Gotcha. So everyone keeps asking about the specs. So right now, I'm currently running a Intel N100 for the processor. It turbo boosts up to 3.4 gigahertz. I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM in it. I got a terabyte of SSD. And then my GPU is like an Intel UHD graphics, which does it at like 0.75 megahertz per second or something like that. 0.75 gigahertz. Gentoo has destroyed so many lives unknown personally. Arch for optimization because there is nothing to optimize, all DIY. Oh, you was just trying the bot? Gotcha. I disagree. Like, we're just gonna agree to disagree. CashUS does more for being able to, like, I have seen a performance difference in CashUS versus Arch Linux. Because I used to run Vanilla Arch, but for me it worked well for me when I was using CashUS. Let's see. Gentoo has recently introduced binary repos, so it's less complication and more installation. I don't know if that's supposed to make it better. All right. Here's the deal. Here's the deal. We're gonna end the poll. We've got quite a few different we got quite a few of viewers here, so let me do this. I will answer the chat in a second, but I'll make you a deal. Okay? I'll make you a deal. Check this out. So, tomorrow, when we do a distro, we have the option to choose Gentoo versus something else. I'm gonna put it out there, and I probably already know what the answer is gonna be. But if we get everyone in this chat to say Gentoo, then we'll do Gentoo. But if we don't, then it will be on the review after next. Is that fair? Is that fair for you guys? You install... Oh, can you install Cashy with BetterFS? Yes. And I also did it without a desktop environment. CachyOS has a lot of different desktop environments and window managers to choose from. They have quite the selection, in my opinion. See, I'm using CachyOS. It's on Hyperland, and it is using BetterFS. I like the idea of Arch Linux, but I want more stable and reliable. I'm not into fixing it. Stress me out, so you can recommend what would be good for me. It has to be Arch based. What would be... Oh, can you recommend what would be good for me that has to be Arch based? I mean, CachyOS claims that they're stable and reliable, from what I remember. Add Nix. Oh yeah, well, NixOS is already on the list, my dude. It's already on the list of stuff to do there. Let's see. You voted for something else yourself? No, bro. No, I didn't. There's like 40 people, or there's like 50-50 on this. Do they have Hyperland? Yes, they do have Hyperland. Yes. Yeah, if you want something reliable as far as like vanilla, I would recommend what Cat's talking about and use the LTS kernel. If you're going to use Vanilla Arch, if you use BetterFS, you can use Timeshift for the snapshots. EndeavourOS is also on the list. That's something else. Is Red Star OS? No, I'm good. I might switch to Cashy maybe. I mean, here's the thing. Here's what I would say. If you're thinking about switching to a different distribution, use it on a virtual machine or use it on a laptop or a computer that you're not using, just so that way you can test out like everything about it before I would completely wipe Arch. Because there's some people that may not like it. So that's something to consider too. Good morning, Joseph. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Well, you can use Red Star on a VM. If I dual boot Fedora, then I would try to dual boot with Zorin OS 17. Gotcha. Okay. So, this is something that I did not expect. We have a 50-50. A 50-50, you guys. That's worse than... Oh my goodness. When I put up the poll, I was not expecting for people to do 50-50 on me. I thought that there was going to be like that one person that was just going to troll the thing and then like we wouldn't do it. But you guys are talking about 50-50 here. This is insane to me. Do y'all really want to see me lose my cool with Gentoo? I tested Cashy once like there was Cashy logo all over and I wasn't that familiar with Linux at the time and switched to Arch. I mean, fair enough. Okay. Cat, here's the thing about Gentoo. I don't know if you're being serious or not. Gentoo is all about compiling everything. It's about compiling every little thing. So we're talking about even the installation process. There's a lot of compiling. The compiling in itself takes hours for the install. I've seen the installs and it has taken them hours just to complete an install. That is how bad of a distro it is. If you have to spend hours to do that. Also, did the music stop? I thought it was a... Yeah, I guess it did. Oh well. Veal, what's going on? Linux from scratch is the answer. Bro. Okay, now you're trolling me. Linux from scratch. No, I'm good. I prefer you not to suffer for just a review. If Gentoo is tedious, you can try whatever OS you want. Well, people are going software on you. Oh, well, that's good. That's good that you had some free time. I don't know. We have okay. Let me redo the terms on the poll. We have until the end of the stream for me to decide what I'm gonna do. I don't have to decide right away. But having said that, as it was pointed out, there are people who want to watch the Gentoo streams. I had people when I was doing Linux last year. I had people that were like, "Yeah, one day I hope to see you doing Gentoo." Like I have had comments for people wanting me to do Gentoo, and I can't figure out for the life of me why they would want me to do Gentoo. But there are people who do want to see that. So that is a strong argument for doing Gentoo. The problem is that I'm going to have a lot of hand holding when it comes to Gentoo. I'm going to have to, after this stream, I will have to sit down and watch someone do an installation of Gentoo and figure out what they did. I'm going to have to write down every single thing, and hopefully my computer will not blow up. Because this may be, and here's the thing too. What's great about this is that tomorrow is actually my day off. So I don't have anywhere to go or anywhere to be. So if the stream takes 5 hours, we can take the 5 hours and just install Gentoo. That's not an issue. It's just, do I want to go through with that? So what's your opinion / review on Rnote? Rnote is simple. It is GTK based, and I love it. I feel as though this is the note-taking app for me. I feel as though it is going to help me be more productive. Yeah, I feel like it's going to be more productive for me. So, I mean, it writes well. I haven't even seen it with the typing yet. I'm sure the typing works well too. But so far, I like it. I like it a lot. Whip another poll for Gentoo. No, we're not whipping another poll. I spent 15 years on Gentoo. There's no point anymore. Welcome back, Methane. Then just go and buy AMD Threadripper. Good luck. I'm not sure what that comment is towards, but okay. Red Core Linux is based on Gentoo. Don't install from a video. Use the install wiki. This is depressing when I hear comments like this. Also, welcome back, CodeBam. Glad you're with us. It's depressing to me when I hear stuff like this because when you can't just get everything from a wiki. Like, here's the thing about Arch Linux. You want to know how I was able to do a Arch install? It was most certainly not through a wiki. No. I learned from DistroTube how to do that because I knew that it was going to be complicated. And the installation process took me 30 minutes to complete. Now, on stream, it was different because I was unsuccessful twice and then successful the third time. But if I hadn't have listened or watched a video on it, I would have been lost. And then people would have been like crapping on me because I never installed Arch Linux the right way. I mean, I've done it on stream, obviously, so I didn't learn. But like, there were things in the Arch Wiki that have not been updated in a while. So like, it made it kind of difficult to follow with the install. Make something else. Your own distro from scratch. My own distro? What? I mean, how would that even work? Like, no, I understand the idea behind making my own distro, but like, I'm not saying that it's a bad idea. I'm just saying, how would I go about it? AMD Threadripper for all the compiling. Yeah, I don't know. I can't dip my money into that right now. I just don't. I don't know anything about that really. It's just because the wiki changes often. I would argue that the wiki doesn't change enough. Like they don't have they just don't. I'm trying to figure out the right words for this. Well, let me just read the other comment, too. Gentoo isn't much harder than Arch. The partitioning is always the hard part. So, yes and no. Yes, partitioning is hard. That is the hard part. I need to see how other people do it, though. And then we will read from the wiki. We'll read from the wiki on stream, but I'll watch the video during my off time. So that way we can see how it works. Make some music using Strudel? No, I'm good. If it's not FL Studio, I can't use it. I have tried a majority of alternatives out there. And if I was going to anything other than FL Studio, I'd go with Ableton. Linux from scratch. Yeah, no, I'm good. Have you gone through the Linux from scratch stuff yet? No, I haven't. I mean, it sounds like you guys want Linux from scratch too. That's kind of... I mean, we'll write it down, but it's... Just because I write this stuff down doesn't mean it's guaranteed to be a stream. That's just Arch, but your own. You can sort of build your own distro with NixOS if you make modules. Yeah, I don't... Here's the thing. I have an opinion about NixOS, but I don't know enough about NixOS to really understand what a module means. What do you use it for the emulators of Nintendo games? So, first and foremost, I will say that all the games that I play, I do own. With that being said, I use something called Mazen. That, and if you consider compiling hard, you don't actually need to customize your kernel. Yes, compiling can be difficult. I mean, people can fight me on that all day long. I'm not going to agree with you. Like, it is difficult. Compiling, if you don't know what you're doing, compiling can be difficult. Bro, I can sense you're sweating anxiously after the polls. Zipix OS? I don't know, maybe. We'll see. I mean, here's the real question. If I do my own distribution, would anyone actually use it? Like, does anyone actually trust that I would make a good distro? Let's see. I'm old. I've compiled LFS several times. A module is just a configuration. It looks like JSON. So here's the thing about JSON. I've learned to like JSON, but it was difficult to learn. JSON. Welcome back, VFox. LFS is a very good way to learn how Linux actually works instead of constantly trying distros for no reason. I highly recommend LFS to everyone trying to learn this stuff. I mean, it's on the list. I can't guarantee that we'll cover it, but, you know. Let's see. Probably not. Well, hey, at least you're honest, right? And then we got a person that says, I will try your distro. Probably not the right place to write this down, but we'll put it down as an option. We'll also put question marks on this because I'm not entirely sure. Let's see. It's probably many ways. Review rice from your Discord server. So let me get this straight. You want to see the rices that come out of my Discord server? That could actually be an option for a video. Show ricings from Discord. Also do reaction videos. Make a Debian-based distro with a customized Sway window manager. I don't know if I want to go that route. If I'm going to be honest. Like, I like Debian. I just don't know if I want to make it Debian-based. I think Debian ships with a tool that can pack a Debian OS. Gotcha. Yeah, I wanted to rice myself with EU. Gotcha. I bet Arch has, or someone has made a tool for Arch too. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Sorry, I just now saw this. I just looked back at the Discord. Also, that does not go into Ricings, I don't think. I think it has better features than Obsidian. Yeah, but what makes Logsec better though? Like, I'm not saying. Well, here's the thing. I've never heard of Logsec, so I don't even have it installed. The stream that I prepared for was to talk about Rnote versus Obsidian. Having said that, though, we can look into Logsec. No, it's Logsec. Hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this right. Logsec, LOGSEQ. Yeah, I got a bit of a stuffy nose, so yeah, it's with a Q. Can I post rice in the matrix? Yeah, no, you can post it in the matrix. Yeah. You can. In fact, I'm still learning how to use matrix. So one thing that would be helpful is if I made a thread. I don't know if it would help if I made a thread. I don't know. Do you think it would help if I made a thread for it? Never heard of it. Do you happen to know any way to run Apple Music without Cider? Bro, I didn't even know you could run Apple Music. Assuming that we're talking about Linux. If we're not talking about Linux, then I don't know what we're talking about. But I had no idea. I don't know. Threads are like replies. Can you make a thread without replying? I don't know. I do not know. Okay, so here's what we'll do. Just post it in the matrix. Post it in matrix, and we will we'll have a look at it too. I mean, the matrix isn't that busy, so we can take a look at it. Matrix, is that some Andrew Tate stuff? No, this is so it's decentralized, it's supposed to be like open source, and it's an alternative to Discord. Because I do, believe it or not, I do have some viewers that do not like Discord, do not want to use Discord, and they would like to use something else. So, let's see. Have you tried XCalidraw yet? I've tried it. I haven't tried it on stream yet. I don't like it as much, I will say. But we will take a look into that in just a second. Let's see. Cider is the app for Apple Music. Gotcha. Not busy. I'm lonely in there. Hey, look, I'm trying to get people to join Matrix. It's just people who want to get in contact with me or want to talk with other Linux users and stuff like that. People will use Discord before they'll use Matrix, but I've got Matrix so that way people can use a Discord alternative. Okay, for the umpteenth time, Matrix is it is a alternative to Discord, decentralized, open source, all that good stuff. You run it through something called Element, but the site is called matrix.org. Yeah, it's like an open source Discord, basically. Let's see. Max is a protocol where you can pick your own client. Oh, that's okay. Gotcha. See, I'm still new to it myself, so I don't know much about it. But, yeah, you can run your own server. Yeah, I think they call them rooms though. All right, so everyone keeps sending me all these rices. Does everyone just want me to cover rices right now? You can. Oh yeah, Element is just the Discord-like client for web. All right. No, we'll do it. I think we'll do it in this one, in this workspace. All right, so I'll tell you what. Actually, No, let's go back. I'll give you guys about 15 minutes to post your ricings. Then we'll go over it. I just want to make sure everyone gets their rices in before we just get started looking into it. You can also join some popular ricing servers and review them. Nice. Yeah, but that's what we'll do. I'll give you guys some time to post. I don't know how much time y'all will need, but y'all can post them, and then we'll go for it. I don't know. I think you guys have like even though there's like a certain aesthetic that I'm going for with my weigh bar, like you guys have like a lot better setups, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah. So while we wait on that, we do want to save this, and we will save it as I don't know. We'll save it in the home folder. Why not? No, actually, we don't even have to do that. We can send this to like workspace 4. Then we can open up Obsidian, and I can show you guys what Obsidian looks like. Let's see. Your setup looks good. The rainbow effect on the window matches good with the wallpaper. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So I already did some testing in here, like I said earlier. It was yesterday actually that I tested this, but yeah. So basically, it's just a matter of like if you want to. Okay, I do like that feature though. This is with XCaliDraw. Let's see. The colors are very aggressive. What you mean they're aggressive? What you mean? Oh, is it because it's all white again? I got a few things to do. I'll catch you later. Alrighty. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you next time. Let's see. What can I do about this appearance? I don't have any other themes installed. Oh, but you can customize the font. That is actually nice. I didn't know that. We can do a dark theme, sure. And then hardware acceleration's on, sure. Let's see. Oh, your rice color scheme? Oh yeah. No, I like having vibrant colors. Well, actually, I consider them. I don't even know if it would be considered pastel. Probably not. But I try to go for. I don't know. I just have like certain colors that I like using. I don't really think that we can see your bar's details because of the resolution. Right. So. So yeah. I mean, the only way to really fix that would be to stream at 1080. I can stream at 1080 the next time. I can't do 60 FPS though. Is the only thing, because my system will like self-destruct. Your colors seem very primary to me. Fair enough. I think they'd be considered saturated. Also, probably a good point. All right. So now we got a pen. Now we can draw. So then, see, this is the part that I don't like. Is that it makes it like very bulky. I don't like all. Well, it's not just bulky, but it's like it's defined by your pressure points on the pen. Oh, I can choose the different color background. Let's go with dark mode. Stroke width. We can change the stroke width, but then we just can't change the other aspect of it. It's very slow, I will say. And you notice it more in the dark theme than you do any other time. I think the other one was easier to read. Yeah, definitely. Don't have pressure on mine. Must be a me problem. Maybe there are settings that make it better. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the settings that would make that better, but it doesn't really impress me all that much. Like, yes, you can draw on, like in Obsidian as long as you get XCali Draw. Like here's the thing, getting XCali Draw was also something that I had to look up a video on because I did not understand how I was supposed to get XCali Draw, and apparently it's in your settings, but they've got like 3 or 4 different settings pages, and that just makes it really confusing to me. Might be doing some web browser thing. I don't know. It's possible. But like the only time I want there to be lag in that respect is when I'm in Krita. Otherwise, I don't like that it takes forever to just write that. Yeah, don't use XCali Draw in Obsidian. Oh, you don't use it. Gotcha. Are you a graphic artist or something using a tablet? I am using a tablet, a drawing tablet. I consider myself a hobbyist at it. So it's like I'm a dude with a bunch of hobbies, basically. Like I make music, I make art, I mess around with Linux because I like doing all those things. So kind of a jack of all trades here. It is easier. Oh, is it easier on other distros that to set that up? Like on Ubuntu, you could just install a package. Yeah. So it's easy to get Obsidian. It is not easy to get XCali Draw because, like, if you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna spend hours trying to figure out how to draw on this thing, and then like once you figure out how to install plugins, then that's a whole nother thing because then you've got to go in and enable it. And that is just way too much for someone that is just wanting to write down notes. That is so many steps out of your way just to have drawing capabilities. And it's exactly why I don't care for Obsidian when it comes to drawing. If you are doing note taking and you need it to sync across platforms, yes, I would recommend Obsidian to you. That's not the issue. The issue comes specifically if I'm trying to draw something. So it took me forever to like find what I was looking for. So I don't like it because of that. Obsidian has an internal plugin manager. Yes, I did eventually get to that point. Yeah, plugins are not standard. Most of them are people's own creations. Yeah, that's something that I slowly found out when it came to all this. So, I mean, it's a pain for me to set it up because like there's so much stuff that like you have to do research on just to be able to get it to do what you want. When in OurNote, all it is just you click on the pen and then you just start writing. So, I mean that's my take on it though. Um, hold on a minute. Wow, a lot of interruptions today. I had no idea I was going to have this many interruptions. Sorry about that, you guys. Yeah, two different use cases. Yeah, I would agree. So, like, if you want some basic note taking, yeah, I would go with Obsidian. If you want to be able to do what I'm doing, then yeah, you'd be better off using something like OurNote, something that like natively already exists. Isn't Obsidian also subscription based? One more reason not to use it. I think they do have a subscription thing going on. I don't use it for that. Yeah, I was actually we had this discussion yesterday. I think it was only if you want to sync to their servers. But I didn't know you could do your own sync. I got to go with Hyperland all the way. To be fair, I did not know as much about Waybar as I do now. Back in the day when I tried Sway, so maybe my opinion has changed on Sway. If you don't have Hyperland, Sway is a good alternative. Otherwise, I would just go with Hyperland, and I may end up going with Sway if I find out that Hyperland Premium is going to be in the tank or whatever. Or if it's going to tank rather, because like I want to be able to have a good window manager. But the thing is that I would have to look into Sway to see if I could center my window. If I could have my main window centered, then that would be a game changer. But I don't know if you can do that in Sway because I was so accustomed to that in Awesome WM and Hyperland that it's hard to like move away from those two. Like I would only recommend Awesome WM if you're getting on X11. I would recommend Hyperland if you are using Wayland. But Sway is a good second option. But yeah, that's my opinion on what do you mean centered? All right, so check this out. I'm gonna open up like 4 or 5 different windows just to show you an idea. You notice how like I have all these windows here, and then this is just centered, like right here. This is what I'm talking about, and like I can switch back and forth between like wherever the window's going. Yeah, that's what I thought. Sway, to my understanding, can't do that. I haven't tried Hyperlane yet. I will eventually. I use i3. Gotcha. Um, you can manually center your windows and like split and move one there. But there's no automated way to do it. Well, no, it doesn't have to be automated. Like I'm fine with coding it in. If it requires me to code something, I don't mind coding it in there. I just need to be able to know for that to be an option, really. All right, this is starting to scare me, so we're gonna close out of some of these. There we go. Oh, wait a minute. I think I misunderstood what you were saying to me. Uh, So manually having to do it means I have to like press a key in order to do that, right? Like it's not just gonna automatically do it for me. I don't know. See, that's another reason why I would still go with Hyperland though. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, I would go with Hyperland still. Because if I'm on X11, I know how to do it in Awesome WM. If I'm on Wayland, I know how to do it with Hyperland. I haven't experimented enough with Sway. But if we go back to our fourth window here, we could show off Sway at some point. You know, revisit it, see if I like it, see how that goes. Okay, so we've gotten to a point where now we can go ahead and show off Risings, I think. I'm not going to be using Obsidian anymore today, so we'll cancel out of that. Since we have the least amount of Risings in Matrix, we'll look at Matrix first. And then we'll take a look at the other. Okay, so this is going to be kind of difficult to see, but this is just because the image is like really large. But we see that you have your workspaces there. NixOS. Well, no wonder y'all are recommending NixOS. Fish. That's nice. I like Fish. That's a good display, I guess. And then you're using Sway. Gotcha. Oh, you're using the same cursor I am. I think it's the Babata Modern Ice. We use different terminals, though. That is quite the CPU. Probably also quite the GPU. And a lot of memory. Nice. And then we've got your other bar here. Nice to see that you're representing. Wow. Very minimal, but it's nice. All right, let's take a look at ghosts. Okay. So let's see what they're running. And just so that we're aware, y'all did consent to this, right? Everyone agreed about showing this. Okay, so running Debian. Interesting. I remember my Debian days. Let's see. Hyperland. That's good. And then, oh, you got an N200. Okay, so not too far different from mine. You've also got an Intel UHD. That's the same UHD graphics I've got. The only difference that we have is that I'm using the N100, you're using the N200. So that is interesting, for sure. Memory, you could probably do better with memory. I don't know why you're that low on memory. Unless this is a virtual machine. But yeah, I like your bar up here. It looks pretty nice. Yeah, I think it looks good. Let's go to Discord now. Discord is going to be a little bit different. We'll scroll all the way to the top. And then
just to show you guys what I used to use. This is when I was running Debian, and I was on, I was using Awesome WM. I always had a problem with the rounded corners. Um, it it was not wanting to play nice at the time, and that was the only way I could get rounded corners. So I often had a problem there. Oh, and I was using Element as well during that time. But yeah, this was an old Rice. This is, like I said, back in my Debian days. So not much has changed really, but um, yeah, I think what sucks is that I'm just now realizing that you guys can't see the top bar very well. So we will end up fixing that later on. We'll do a stream tomorrow. We'll do it at 1080p. We will see at 30 frames per second. We'll see if it makes it any clearer. And if not, then it has to be an encoding issue. And if it's an encoding issue, then I can't do anything until I get my laptop. So I'll install a cache on my external M2 SSD. Let's see how it goes. Nice. Nice. All right. So then we had someone here. Wasn't really a Rice, but you got. They were also on Debian at the time. Oh, and they were using i3. Again, they're not really showing anything other than this. Oh yeah, that was cool. They got like quotes, like inspirational quotes or something like that. Oh, I'm going from top to bottom. Yeah, this is Kali Linux that they're running. i3. i3 seems to be pretty common for people to be using. Then we had this little setup here. This is how I found out about Zen Browser. Was this ricing right here? I started using it and it was like a pretty good. So I went with it. Oh yeah, they're using HiFetch. That's interesting. They're using Vanilla Arch. Let's see. Plasma. Yeah, I was surprised how they got it look good. I liked Zen, but not anymore. Oh no! How come you don't like Zen anymore? Oh, you couldn't make bookmarks working on the bar? Oh, gotcha. Well, what I have to do is I have to right click and then bookmark because I can't really see it that well on, like if unless I split it into multiple bars. Yeah, I like this one too. This one reminded me a lot of Apple for some reason. All right, and then yeah, that was just their wallpaper. I won't go too much into that one. Then we had this obscure one. This was kind of odd to me, but interesting nonetheless. Uh, Very simple bar up there. Got Arch Linux that we're running. Fish. Oh yeah, and we're using Kitty for the terminal. I also use Kitty. Sway. That's a pretty good processor right there. That's also a good GPU. You got two GPUs, actually. Running the 3060. Yeah, that's what that 6550M is supposed to be. It's supposed to be like a pretty. It runs pretty close to the 3060 or whatever it is. And then we've got this ricing here. Got they're using Uwu Fetch. Okay. Yeah, their processor's pretty good. Although I don't know how many cores it is. It would be helpful if I knew how many cores it was. CPU, ooh, I just now noticed that. Memory's pretty good. I don't know anything about the GPU though. I have no idea. He probably does VM with GPU pass-through. Oh, probably. Okay, and then let's go down the list here. These people are using Apple. Not exactly sure that it was a Rice, but sure. We'll go with that. I'm just looking. Yeah. And then we've got another one here. I like how glowy this one is. This one kind of has a glow to it. That's a decent CPU. GPU is looking okay, I guess. Good memory. I'd probably say upgrade the hard drive though. And then we got this one. This one, we need to zoom in on this one because I can't really see it all that well. They're running Endeavor. Display is okay. I'm not sure about this. Well, the GPU looks good. I think that's a good CPU as well. Let's look at this bar down here, though. All those notifications. Look at all that. I'm totally not judging you. Because I also have notifications like that. Alright, so apparently this one person actually got onto KDE. They decided they would play around with it. It's not really... I mean, it's good for a start, I guess. But it's better than using Mac, right? Then we've got this one here. They have got a bunch of different stuff going on here. Let's zoom in on it. Yeah, use a Fedora. That's all right. Let me see if there's anything that like stands out. Oh, 12 cores going at 4.59. Bro, that is insane. And then your GPU looks like it's tiny, but your memory looks good. Yeah, this is a pretty good setup. I like this. It's nice. Yeah, whatever gets work done for sure. And they're using KWin for the window manager. So that's nice. Let's see. I think this is on X11. I'm not sure what they're trying to show here. Maybe make Windows translucent. And then there's something about Spotify looking cool. And then I'm not going to play the video because the video was like them like un-Linuxing their Linux is what they called it. Like they so what happened was this dude he spent some time in Arch Linux, and having not been in Arch Linux for like more than a day or a couple of days or whatever, decides that he's going to uninstall his Linux and he's going to do a command to just erase everything from his hard drive because something about his monitors, and then it was like something about non-Steam apps not working the way that he wanted them to and all that good stuff. So that was an interesting video though. Just to like watch it just like tank. Like you just put in the command and then it erases everything. And now we take a look at hopefully they remember to U-mount. I don't know. But yeah, that was the dude. He, for some reason or another, he started with like Arch Linux, and I wouldn't have ever recommended him use Arch Linux. This is a good layout. I do like this. I like what's going on here. I'm not sure what's being used here, but I do like what I'm seeing. There's not really too much more to comment, but I like, if I'm going to have a bar like this, I would like my applications to be centered. And all that good stuff. So, oh, but you did that in Hyperland, right? And then they linked to some dot files, so that's cool. Because that would be nice to know how to like do some of that stuff. I will take a look through your code. Maybe not on stream, but I do want to take a look. And then we have minimal GNOME on, what did you say it was? Oh, from FlatHub Add Water. Minimal GNOME Firefox CSS. Yeah, I used the, there's like this GNOME theme that I liked, that I used for Firefox when I was using just plain Firefox. Now I use Zen because I like how minimal it is for me. Like, I'm not seeing that bar all the time. But yeah, that's a nice looking browser. Let's take a look at this. I gotta wonder, what are you using for this? To monitor, because this reminds me a lot of Windows. But I like the way this looks. I'm wondering what you're using for this. That looks pretty cool. And then we're showing off more. And then you got like a notification area here. It isn't really my code. Mission Center from FlatHub. I still think it looks good. All right, so let me. You know what? We have a. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put Discord back where it belongs because we're finished looking at the rices. That's everyone's rices. Like I said, everyone consented to it, so we're good. Looks like GNOME, yeah. Let's go back to this one. Let's switch it to Workspace 1. Let's write down. We're gonna write down on the top of here. Install Mission Center. Or actually, let me do this another way. We could install or uninstall. Do something like that. So what we will do is install Mission Center. And then uninstall Obsidian. But this will be later on. This won't be now. Yeah, it has little bugs. Like if I try to search a few times, the bar and background crashes. I think I found the application is just called Resources. Oh. Resources? Okay. So that's pretty cool. So then, yeah, we will definitely take a look into all of that. Oh yeah, can't forget LogSec. I don't know. We'll see how LogSec works. I mean, I'm not going to install these now, but like it is something that I'm going to look into. I want to save these notes in case things to do on stream. That's what we'll save this one as. We'll save it to the home folder. Why not? And if I sound a little more nasally than normal, it's just because I'm sick, or I feel like I'm sick, but it's like very minimal. All right, so a couple of things I want to go ahead and say. No, we are not leaving the stream anytime soon. We got at least another hour, but I got to figure out what else we're gonna do. Or actually, you got until like noon before I decide to go, unless I can't think of anything else to do today. But just a couple things to let you guys know. We've talked about this several times in the stream, but I want to go ahead and say it just for those that don't know. We do have a Discord, and if you don't like using Discord, we have a Matrix room. Feel free to join those if you ever need to get in contact with me. If you want to post your risings, post your projects that you're working on, talk with other Linux users. It's a good space to be involved in the community. Also, if you like this video or if you like this stream, make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you really enjoy my content, consider becoming a subscriber today, because that really helps out the channel. The other thing I want to say is, this is the plan. This is what we'll do. Okay. I will do some research on Gen 2. We will do a Gen 2 stream tomorrow. The next day, which is a Wednesday, on Wednesday, we will do a different review. As far as the rest of the week is planned out, I don't have it planned out yet, so I don't know what we're doing. But I've got the next 2 days figured out. So, we will do Gen 2 tomorrow. We will do another distribution on Wednesday. The only thing is that we've got let's see, we've got tomorrow, and then Wednesday is the stream, so we've got today and tomorrow. We got 2 days to figure out what the next distro is that we're going to cover. And I'm thinking that it's going to be, I don't know, y'all keep recommending me NixOS. I guess we'll go with NixOS. Okay, so you have from tomorrow to Wednesday to compile. Well, here's the thing. Do you guys want to see the compiling on stream? Or would you rather, like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out if you guys would rather have the compiling done before I get on stream, or if I'm on stream. Because like I said, that is going to take hours to do from what I remember. And we may have to take breaks. Yeah, it'll take 6 hours probably or more. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And then rest of the week Minecraft stream with the chat, it would be cool. Yeah, we could do Minecraft, sure. But I got to figure out topics to discuss, because it's not just going to be Minecraft. Like, I want to have a topic that we're going to talk about too. Better than staring at the wallpaper. I feel like I'm being called out. I'm just saying. I feel like I'm being called out there. I understand what you mean though. Oh, you know what? I just thought about this too. So check this out. Um, I actually got Honk to work on my computer, and the only thing that I had to do was uninstall wine staging and just install regular wine. And then it asked me for this wine prefix from a Steam game. See, this is what was interesting. So I pull up Honk. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm sick, so like everything's gonna sound weird. But Honk, Honk. Um, it would it would ask me for a prefix from a Steam game that I had installed. And once I did that, yeah, it's Honk, Honk. Um, and I don't know, man. Like, it worked. It just worked. And so today, I'm going to end up spending today when I'm not sleeping. I'm going to take and, um, draw out the mouth positions. But the next stream, I hope we have Honk going on. So that'll be great because that means more mouth movements, which is what I wanted to begin with. So that's really great. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Honk is a thing to where I can have like my character move its mouth and blink and stuff like that. So it's just more of a it's like Viadu Tube Mini, but there's more options available. Let me just say that much. How would you record installing Gentoo? Everyone's saying, okay, it's a toss-up between Capture Card and Virtual Machine. Virtual machines aren't real experience. Bare metal is so much different. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Also, welcome back, Voice. Glad to have you here. Here's the thing about having hardware to do that on. I have to, first of all, I have to get a capture card. But before I get the capture card, I need to purchase the laptop that I plan on getting. So here's what it comes down to. Do you guys, would you rather it be on a virtual machine or would you rather it be capture card? Because the only reason that it makes a difference is because we are going to have to postpone it until I can get this my system going. But if everyone's okay with the virtual machine, then that's good. But yeah, I would rather not see you invest on something that isn't worth wasting money on. I'm fine with VM. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, whatever you want. Yeah, no, I get it. Well, so here's the thing. I'm supposed to be upgrading my computer. It's supposed to be the I don't remember what the CPU is, but I know it's I think it's 6 cores, 12 threads, running at 4.5 gigahertz. And the GPU is supposed to be a RX 6550M. So I'm supposed to be getting that this week. I've got to get paid first, then I can purchase the laptop, then I can get a capture card, and then I can use my old computer for installing various distributions. Use the capture card, use it that way. That's the only thing about it. So yeah, that's what we'll do. We will, and y'all are talking about it taking 6 hours. I don't know that I'm gonna have 6 hours. Well, no, that's not true because I'm not working tomorrow. Unless something happens tomorrow that I don't know about, we can do the stream. We may not finish the install, but what's going to have to happen, I think, realistically, is that we're going to end up spending tomorrow having to compile the installer and everything, and then to actually use the program, that might have to be a part 2. I'm feeling like that's going to have to be a part 2. Let's see. The biggest challenges for me on Neri so far is getting X Wayland GUI apps that requires root privilege to work seamlessly. Is getting X Wayland GUI apps. Well, yeah, you can use Sue, but I'm just trying to figure out apps that require sudo. Well, I mean, do you have like a PoleKit installed? Because PoleKits, I think, are supposed to help with that, if I'm not mistaken. If they're GUI programs. Like, I don't know how you're running the apps, but yeah, I don't know. I don't have that information. You'll face that issue and solve it eventually. Oh, you mean when I try out Neri, or are you saying that about Gentoo? I tried PoleKit GTA, helped but not solved totally. Oh, okay. Oh, about Neri. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, so far, if I've ever had a problem on Linux, I've found a way to solve it. So, like, it's not been an issue for me lately. But we do need to try Neri at some point. I just don't think I want to do it on my main hardware. Let's see. PoleKit prompted the pass. I type it, but some apps never open up after pass. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes that happens. Some apps worked, some didn't. No, I get that. Okay, what was something else that I needed to do? I felt like there was more that I needed to do here with the notepad here. Oh yeah, that's just what I was going to recommend too. Like run the app from the terminal and see if you get like an error. Because it could just be the app, like something's going on in the terminal that it doesn't like. Because I've had that happen to me before, where like I've had to open it up in the terminal to like figure out what was going on with it. Let's see. Grub customizer opened. Input remapper refused. Gotcha. All right, so we've got that all planned out, got it all figured out. That's what we'll do. Yeah, I'm just taking a break, taking a stretch. We all need to stretch. Let's go. I noticed that many of these issues are solved by the KDE packages. Yeah. I don't know. I talk crap about KDE a lot because I don't really care for it, but to be honest, they do have some good programs. Like, I enjoy using Kden Live for my video editing purposes. If I go bare install into Neri, I face them, but if I already have Plasma Meta installed, most of them are worked out. Oh, okay. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't like Neri then. Or maybe it does. I don't know. I really, really want Neri to work for these. It's so light compared to KDE. Yeah, I mean, if I had a choice between KDE versus Neri, I'd go with Neri. You gotta look at the optional packages and install them all, probably. Yeah. If I install Arch with Neri, I'm at 350 packages with barely 1 gigabyte of RAM usable. With KDE, I'm at 700 packages and way higher RAM. You know, so here's a question. Like, I don't know, is it just the idea of like optimizing that you like? Because like I've heard like some people when they talk about like not using so much RAM or using so much hard disk space or um not using as much processing power. I wonder for those people if it's all about optimizing it or if it's just um because like if they've got the resources, then I don't understand in some cases why it matters. But at the same time, I'm also for not having bloat. So for me personally, I would say that like it is about optimizing for me rather than about having the disk space or having the CPU for it or something like that. Um, as much as I like Plasma, it's giga bloated. Oh, you like to optimize? I have 32 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of. I have like 16 gigabytes of RAM, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see if I can upgrade the RAM in that Victus when I get it. I'm just gonna try to swap out um the sticks of RAM, see if it'll work in it. I hope it will. If it doesn't, then I'm in trouble. But the same reason why people use XFCE and Mate on top of using Linux. LOL, I have 35.2 gigabytes of packages. Wow. Did you ever like split your home partition though? Cuz like if you split your home partition, I just wonder like how much uh hard disk space you allocated for the actual install of the system. I'm at 1100 packages right now and it's eating my sanity. Garbage day. You know what? Let's do a test. Let's see how many packages I've got installed. Hey, does it bother you guys that I'm over 1500 packages? Does that like bother you guys at all? Yes. Oh, that's funny. That's too funny. But yeah, here's my stats, y'all. Gotcha. Gotcha. It's pretty good on CachyOS. I was at 1600 on Cachy. Okay, so I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, I don't have a lot of packages that I like using or that I use on a regular basis, but I try to minimize where I can. That was my closure size, not my store size. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. Then we're talking about. So yeah, probably what's gonna happen is like, for the next streams, like probably do like Gen 2, and then uh we'll figure out about using what you call it, NixOS. My root plus home disk is at 4% usable on a small 512 gigabyte SSD. That's actually not bad. The only reason mine is at 11% and this is for a terabyte. The only reason that it's at 11% is because of the games that I've installed. Like if it wasn't for the games, I wouldn't have nearly that much percentage used. Let's see, 2278 on Fedora. Is it normal? 22 gigabytes used so far. Wow. Over 2,200 packages. I can't even. On Arch, I was like on 900 and something. Oh, I install games on a second disk. I store my files on my home server. It's a good way to do it. I don't know. I install everything on one hard drive. With that being said, the laptop that I'm supposed to be getting will come with a 512 gigabyte SSD. So that'll probably go. I'll probably just swap the hard drives at that point if they're swappable. If they're not swappable, then I'm gonna have to do, like, if my hardware components are not interchangeable with my new laptop, then we will be doing some upgrades, because I do want my 16 gigs of RAM. I do want my terabyte of hard drive. Might even get more of a terabyte. May even get more RAM. But I do want to make those upgrades eventually. Use OpenSS or use OpenBSD if you want a low number. Yeah. BSD will be the new Linux when it will be the real year of Linux desktop. Yeah, but by that point, unless something like really happens, I just don't know that I would go with anything other than Linux. Like, for the unforeseeable future, I can't see myself going with anything other than Linux. Like, especially since I have done everything that I can do with Windows Plus more on Linux, like for my setup and my taste. Like, I've got like just the perfect setup in my opinion. So I don't see myself getting out of using anything other than Linux. Because like, I think the biggest struggle for me was always using FL Studio, and now that I've figured out some things about it, like I can run it smoothly. I can run it just fine, not have any problems. In fact, I'm actually working on a track right now. It's a dubstep track, and I'm trying to get it finalized before I post it to the channel. But I got to figure out. If I like the way it sounds. Let's see. I don't know. I think people make it unnecessarily complicated by doing some random things. Yeah. With corporate greed, we never know. We already saw Red Hat going rogue, Ubuntu getting Windowsy. Who knows that what the future holds? For that, I'm grateful there is BSD. Without OpenBSD, we wouldn't have SSH. Yeah, so I think OpenBSD might be the way to go. I'm not entirely sure right now, but hopefully we won't have to. Hopefully Linux will just be good enough. I mean, I want it to be good enough. I think there's other people out there that may want better for it, but I'm just like, I'm fine with where we're at. I'm content with where we're at because I like everything that I've got. Without OpenBSD, we wouldn't have true NAS. We wouldn't have OpenSense/pfSense. Till recently, I thought that Linux was a fork of BSD or Unix. Wait a minute. I thought Linux was... Is it not forked from Unix? That one I am legitimately confused on. If I can get clarification for that. Linux is kind of a for Unix. Linux is its own kernel, but not really. Oh, Linux is... Oh, those are two separate ideas. All right. No, I get that it's like it's... But it has rewritten utils from Unix, I think. Oh, that's maybe why I'm getting it confused. Because, no, I understand that it's its own kernel, but that's maybe where I was getting confused. Oh, yeah, he tried to reproduce Unix, yeah. Ended up with something better. Yeah, one day I should just like we should have class come into session. Mr. Zippix, what are we doing today? Then I'll be like, we're gonna talk about Linus Torvalds. I'm sorry, Linus Torvalds. We're gonna discuss everything through a PowerPoint, and there will be a quiz at the end. Just like, oh, that would be so funny. Just come on here like I'm going to class. All right, at this point, we're just gonna end the poll. Like, I'm tired of seeing it, but I pronounce Linus. You should do a trivia night. I mean, I guess it's not out of the realm of possibilities. I don't know. There's some people that pronounce it as Linus, though, like as in Linux, but I don't think there's a wrong way to pronounce it necessarily. It's Linus. All right, I get it. I get it. Yeah, Linux. Oh, not Linus, Linus. Okay, y'all are confusing me now. I'm going to stop pronouncing names. I'm usually bad with pronouncing names. So it's, whatever. So, I mean, as far as, like, going back to the topic at hand, because, like, we have shifted, as usual. We have shifted the conversation. So, I have yet to try out log... You know what? Let's see if there's even a package for this. Log sec. Yeah, I can't even get the package through there. I might be able to get it through the AUR, but like I don't know if I want to try getting logsec through the AUR. but I was also told to try out Logsec. But the question that I was trying to come back to is like, oh, it's on the AUR. It's a pretty trusty package. All right. So let's just use Peru. I'm trying to get used to using Peru. Could not find all required packages. So yeah. Oh, is desktop in? Hello, Buggy. Welcome back to the stream. So glad you could make it. If you wanted to know why I stopped using Linux, is because games with kernel level anti cheats like Vanguard or Easy Anti Cheat wouldn't work, meaning I can't play the games. LOL. So then, what I would say to that is, have you considered using GeForce Now? Like the games that you want to play, are they available on GeForce Now? I mean, if you, it's one thing if you care, but if you don't care, then the conversation doesn't really matter. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. Okay, so it's Logseek. Yeah, see that's another one I mispronounce. Let's see. Why would I want to stream my games if I have the hardware to run them? LOL. I mean, sure. I mean, I guess that's an argument. It's not really an argument for me. Like, I don't... Like... Okay, so here's what I would say towards that. Like, why would you want to run your hardware if you can stream them? That's a bit of a catch-22, isn't it? Because if you stream them, then you're not putting so much energy into your CPU and your GPU, as well as your RAM. I don't know. Tip for tat. I'm happy that Linux forced me to not accept games that want to monitor my PC with a rootkit. Are there any AAA games you look forward to which has some interesting new concepts? I don't know. I might have to get back with you on that. Pretty sure I've seen anti-cheat or easy anti-cheat and Proton's options. Yeah, but it depends on what game that you're trying to play. Because like even like Fortnite has said that they're never going to be available on Linux because they don't like the Linux kernels. Yeah, so. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah, I mean, okay, let me speak personally to you, Buggy. I'm just trying to offer you options. At the end of the day, that's it. You can either take it or you can leave it. We all do have opinions here, and I appreciate that people are being respective, or I would hope that people are being respective of your opinions as well as being respective of my opinions on things. But I'm just trying to help you out. Like, you know, so I'm sorry if I'm coming off a certain way. And if you have the hardware, you could do some GPU pass-through to a VM which runs Windows. Interesting concepts in AAA. Let's see. Many aren't aware, so I'm telling you, kernel-level anti-cheat are rootkits that spies on everything you do on your computer, even when you're not playing the game. Okay. I don't know. I didn't think about it that way. Whatever gets out of your way to do the thing you need to do. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I will always say. Use what works for you. If it works for you, don't go to something else just because that's what everyone else is doing. Like, if it's working for you, then definitely go with it. You can't close Vanguard of Riot Games. Well, I don't know, Vindicta. We're not there to see them, but they may. We have no idea. They go to the gas station. Yeah, they go to the gas station, get all the Twinkies. Yep, Twinkies indeed. That's what I said. Bear just wants some Twinkies. Oh yeah, y'all distracted me from my question. So my question was, we have, oh yeah, y'all said something about Logitech. Um, I think it was Logitech desktop bin or something like that. Okay, yeah, it is available. So let's okay, quit and then yes. That's what I don't like about Peru. I don't like that they show me these notes. All right. Let's see. I mean, the creator of PUBG is working on a game called Pro Lounge where the world is generated using AI and the work is supposed to be infinite. The creator wants to make it as a virtual world of sort. Yeah, there we go. Uh, I'm satisfying my MOBA itch with a game called Heroes of the Storm. It works well on Linux. There's also Dota 2, but I didn't try it yet. Um, I don't if you're talking about me, I don't know where my yeah the stream was tanking because I tried to install a package through Peru, and installing packages through the AUR likes to take 99% of my CPU. So the stream kind of will want to tank. Uh I mean, is the stream fine though now? Is it good? Are we good? Well, AUR is compiling from source, so that's bound to happen. Yeah, so that's kind of like going to be the problem tomorrow with running Gentoo. So running Gentoo, uh, with all that compiling going on, is probably going to want to tank my system as well because of all the compiling that it has to do. So that's another thing that I have to think about if I'm going to do Gentoo. Hot S Europe is very alive. Takes a few seconds to start the game. I mean, everything that I want to play is generally on Steam, and everything so far has worked with Proton. So, like, I haven't had any issues with doing that, like playing the games that I want to play. The only thing that has limited me was my hardware, but other than that, I've been able to play everything that I wanted to play. So I don't have the problems that other people do, because other people want to play all these AAA games. Some of them may be able to play on Linux, some of them not. But I don't know. Going back to the question of why would you want to stream a game, it depends on how committed you are to Linux. That's what it comes down to. If you truly enjoy Linux and you enjoy everything about it, you aren't going to want to use Windows. The questions that you have to ask yourself is, do I want another computer just so I can play the games that I want to play? Do I want to dual boot just so I can play the games that I want to play on Windows? For me, that's just not something that I want to do. But then again, that's just my opinion, right? So you got to do what you got to do at the end of the day. But for me, I don't want to dual boot. And I really don't want to use another computer just for the sake of playing games. I want to be able to do everything with my Linux desktop. So yeah, I'll stream games. Why not? Just add chaotic AUR for pre-compiled AUR packages. This way your CPU won't tank. It's useful for some reason you want a small package set with minimal dependencies because they integrate better than other distros. Okay, let me write that down. Let's see. Go back over here. Chaotic AUR. And now that I've got log seek, let's go ahead and close out of this. We'll put this back on workspace 4. And let's open up log seek. This is going to be new, so can't guarantee anything. This is a demograph. Changes will not be saved until you open a local folder. Google chaotic AUR. They have 4 lines of code to add it to your repo. Oh, okay. So then that'll make things easier. But in regards to Gentoo, the stream will probably want to tank because of having to compile all that much, and I don't really have the hardware for it to do that. So I don't know. I'll have to look into it a little more before I say anything. But I'm still planning on doing the Gentoo stream. On LogSeek setting, you can change to dark blue mode. Maybe themes. You can change to dark blue mode. Sounds sus. Let's see. We turn it to. I don't really like that dark blue. Features, no. So then the question becomes, how do we draw? Or maybe we go to whiteboard. We'll see just how intuitive this is. Draw, so again, I don't really like that lag there. Okay, that's better. I don't know what I did differently, but that's better. I'm just writing something to figure out if I like it, and then what do we do for erasing? Eraser. Oh, it's kind of got a somewhat the same feature as Obsidian. Okay, so let's see, what do we got going on in the chat here? At least we're not flash banged. Not sure what that is. I use LogSeek for 100% of my notes taking, yet I still didn't explore the whiteboard or flashcards nor graph view. LOL. There's way too many features. Maybe you could disable GPU acceleration? Probably in settings. Probably advanced. No, I don't see any. I don't see any features. Because I would think that it's going to be either in general or it's going to be in advanced. And I don't see that. Oh yeah, I guess it does support Git. Yeah, it does look nice. It separates everything. So that's good. But do I like it better than Rnote? I'm looking forward to your new PC. Boy, I can't see you struggle with this. I'm sorry. Well, I'll do better, I guess. Once you go logseek, you can't go back. It's a special way of taking notes that gets auto organized. You don't have to structure your notes; just take notes without caring. I mean, it has some nice features. I think here's what we do. Sounds like Obsidian. Obsidian is more classic as a note-taking method. Yeah, it's an Obsidian is like really known for, or for me, it seems like it's um like the equivalent of using my like OneNote or Keep or whatever have you, or even Apple Notes for that matter. With this is like a completely different work environment. Oh yeah, logseek is hard to understand by yourself, to be fair. Listen, it's not as hard as Obsidian was, because getting to whiteboards was intuition. That took me no time to get to a point where I could draw. So, and it's already baked into the program. So that's already a win over Obsidian. The thing about Obsidian is that it is for people that want to take notes in the most classic way ever. Logseek builds upon Obsidian and adds more features right out of the box that allow you to do more with it. Yeah. Oh yeah. Welcome back, Pagarino. Yeah. They have less plugins. They make it to where whatever you need will be available to you here. But then the question becomes, so if I'm not going to use, if I don't plan on using Obsidian, would I go with what would I go with? It would be between I don't know. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. When you guys say classic, are you just talking about it being typed out? Yeah, I'm talking about like you just have like a piece of paper, you type out your notes, and that like that's just that. Like that it's really to me it's the equivalent of like going into LibreOffice and like going into Writer and just typing your notes out. That's what I mean by classic. Let's see. Yeah, but Obsidian has plugins with features not available in Logseq or Logseek. Yeah, I mean, they do have plugins, but like, it's not very intuitive to be able to get to them. I just don't see. I mean, I see the value in them, but it's not. I don't know. It's just not intuitive enough for me to like figure out everything. Yeah, that's the question. The question was either Logseek or R Notes was my question. In fact, I'll probably do a poll in a few minutes, see what everyone thinks. For me, the big choice was Obsidian versus Logseek. To be fair, everyone should pick a team. What's writing stuff down on paper then? We're going to full circle. New is old, and new is old. We're comparing apples to oranges. Okay, I'm confused. Are you... I mean, are you for Obsidian? Like, this help me figure out where you're coming from. The big Logseek value provided is you never need to organize notes. Once you get it, you just type and paste stuff and everything magically is organized. Yeah, but I feel like that's what Logseek is trying to do too. In fact, if you go to journals, or maybe I found that somewhere else, but I thought that was one of their talking points, though. Obsidian and Logseek are two different schools. They both take notes, but in very different ways. Yeah, that's what I would say. Like, it just depends on how you want to take notes. Yeah, Pagarino, that is my takeaway from it. Like, Logseek is better out of the box to where Obsidian is like, the features are in the plugins, but unless you watch a video, you're not even aware that the plugins exist. Like, someone has to tell you that there's plugins available for it. Let's see. Can I just sync Logseek to a private repo? I'm going to get it right now. I don't know. Yes, I'm for Obsidian, but you're superimposing this drawing stuff over it. Well, yeah, because for me, that's the point. Like, I want to be able to draw in it. Yeah, like that's a big factor for me. Note taking. Like, the thing about our note is, you can also type in your notes too. Like, I guess for me, I'm just trying to figure out what, because you seem frustrated by my need for having to manually like just draw the stuff. Obsidian should not even have been considered because it's people do like using Obsidian though. All right, let me answer some of these other chats, and then we'll get back to that topic because this is an interesting discussion for me. Let's see. I'm a lazy person on my note taking, so Logseek it is. Logseek eliminates the need to go back to your notes to organize them or make them usable. Just type mindlessly. Nobody has to tell you which plugins are available. They're all viewable through the plugin browser. That's why I can't use Logseek. But if you can, that is great. Well, that's the problem with like having the plugin browser. Like, I didn't even know that was a thing going in. Like, how was I supposed to find that out unless I watched YouTube videos on it or I heard from someone else who used it? To be fair, I'm Logseek guy, and I believe on its superiority, but Obsidian has value for people who use the old ways of notes taking. All right, so let me go back to the topic at hand because Vindicta is talking about Obsidian shouldn't have even been considered in my use case because I'm wanting to use a note-taking app for a specific reason. So let's not judge Obsidian based on the value of me being able to draw. Okay? Let's take that off the table to be fair. As a note-taking application, which I believe I said this before in the stream, but it was earlier in the stream, so maybe someone may not have caught on to that. But I did say, if you want your basic note-taking, Obsidian is going to be your way to go. Like, if you, out of the box, it is great because of its synchronizations. It is great for a lot of other things. Being able to, in fact, you know what? Let's close out of here since we're talking about this. Since we're talking about Obsidian, let's just open it up. I'll tell you some of the good things, and then I'll tell you some of the bad things. And we won't even discuss the drawing aspect of it. Okay? So, let's go back to Untitled. So, if you want, you have a page here. The world is your oyster. This is some note-taking here and there. Okay? You're able to do that. You can, sync it to whatever you need to sync it to. But here's the problem that I have with the app. It's its UI interface that I have the problem with. Let's see. Obsidian is better for me, pretty easy to use, and a Wikipedia style. If you prefer Logseq, that's great. Obsidian is much more the basic note-taking. The benefit is the community plugins and Wikipedia aspect. I mean, yeah, the benefit that you do have is with the community plugins. But you guys talk about like a plug-in browser. The only way you can get, from what I've seen, the only way I was able to get to it is I've had to come down here to these settings. I had to go to community plugins, and then I had to browse, and then I had to enable the plugin that I installed, which should be enabled by default when I go to plug and play. Okay, so I think for a lot of people, it is intuitive to go into your settings. For me, it is not my focus to be able to find stuff. With Logseq, I've never needed to look for plugins. The drawing plugin is a program inside a program. You could skip Obsidian completely and just run XCaliDraw, which is the program wrapping into Obsidian with the plugin. I don't think you understand the point, though, in why that's a plugin to begin with. Because XCaliDraw would be just for sketching and whatnot. I don't necessarily see XCaliDraw as a note-taking app, though. Help me out there. Maybe I'm wrong in the way that I'm thinking about XCaliDraw. That's the way that I have come to interpret it. XCaliDraw, I had no idea was even its own program. We could have worked with it, but that's not the options that were given to me. The options that were given to me yesterday on stream was to talk about Obsidian and to talk about Rnote, because it was recommended to me that we could do note-taking through the drawing tablet in both programs. So going into it, the original topic was, yes, am I going to be able to use my drawing tablet on it? That was the point of discussion. If you want general note taking, Obsidian is good for that. Obsidian is good for a lot of things. It is not good for the things that I want it to do, though. That's my point. Hear me out. It's open source. That alone gives me peace of mind. Yes, I believe everything we have talked about so far when it comes to note-taking apps, I feel like they've all been open sourced. If you don't like it, that's fine. Don't see anything complicated about it, but it's frustrating to hear you poop on its design. Let's see. People had told you have to use the XCaliDraw plugin. Yes. I don't. I think we all just misunderstood the point in why I was wanting the note taking app. I'm not a fan of the design. You're right about that. I'm just not a fan of the design. I hope we can have a difference in opinion without it going too insane. If you don't want me to talk about the design anymore, I won't talk about the design. Obsidian to me is like using Emacs when I'd rather use Vim. That's the logic that we're talking about here. Because I don't want to use Emacs for my text editor. I mean, Emacs has a lot of great things about it. Just like Obsidian has a lot of great things about it. But how I'm going to use it is a completely different story. So again, when it comes to my note-taking needs, my personal note-taking needs, it would come down to Logseq versus Rnote. And I'm going with Rnote 100% of the time. Because Logseq is not quite there, but in my opinion, it is better than Obsidian. Having said that, though, there are things that are good about Obsidian. Okay? Let me make that very clear. If you are doing basic note taking, it is great. And in order to not repeat myself again, we will move on. I think you should use Logseq. All right, so let's pull it back up. What? Oh, it's probably because I didn't save my settings the last time. Something happened there. Let's go back to the settings, though. We'll make it dark. Clearly, Rnote is the play. Okay, maybe I should have... Okay. Let me collect my thoughts before I say anything else. So... Oh, you typed that before you said you'll use Rnote. My bad. Yes, in my case, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not misrepresenting or crapping on your favorite applications. Okay? I think it was, I guess, just... I think it was just miscommunication. I don't know if it was on my end or whether it was chat. I would say just wipe the slate clean. But I think we all have our things that we like. You know, a lot of you talk about, like, for example, with NixOS. You talk about how you like NixOS. Well, I'm not really as much of a fan of it, but I can appreciate the things that it's known to do. I view this no differently. There are things that you can appreciate about it. Maybe if I was to use the apps the way that you guys use the apps, then that would be a different story. Yeah, so let's see. But yeah, having said that, I don't know. I think we're getting mixed. I think we're getting mixed results on like what people are using. So like, I'm just wondering. Let me put up a poll for that. Best note taking app. Let's put Obsidian first. Then let's do Logseek. If I can spell it right. And then let's do Rnote. Then let's do something else. That is not CPU. That is the temperature where I currently am right now. The CPU is the one that is fluctuating here. That's at like 20% and at 2.9 gigahertz. So this thing right here, where my mouse is, that is the CPU. This is the weather. All right. Let's put up the poll. Let's see where we stand. Which world will have the CPU have 87F after a 3-hour stream? Oh, did we go over 3 hours? That was quick today. That's insane, my dude. That is insane to think about. Also, I do want to thank you guys for being cordial about conversations. I have enjoyed speaking with you all today. I enjoy or I appreciate your support with the channel. So thank you. Thank you for being here today. It's been I have enjoyed myself. So really, it's just so far we've just got a tie. We got a tie between Obsidian versus something else. Like I do remember there were people saying that like they use like Google Keep or they use like Microsoft OneNote, and all that good stuff. So I'm not surprised. Okay, so I'm just looking at Logseek for a minute. Don't they also use Markdown? Because I think I remember Obsidian saying something about how they use Markdown files. I'm just wondering if the journals on here use Markdown. Let's see. Just taking a moment to stretch. Yeah, I guess I could do that, couldn't I? Guess we could just write something. Will not be saved until you open a local folder. Okay, choose a folder or create a new one. We will go with home. Let's open that there. And then that took forever to load that. Okay, so it is using Markdown. I didn't even have to write anything. It is using Markdown. Okay, we'll just clear all that. All right, so let's do some actual note taking. We will do let's see. I'm trying to think of like something that we can discuss. Well, we could talk about Gentoo versus NixOS. What can we say about them? We can say might have to take a moment for that one. You really don't have to do a Gentoo stream. What you mean? Everyone wants to see a Gentoo stream, don't they? Let's see. Gentoo versus NixOS. So with Gentoo, you compile everything. And then with NixOS, you have like modules. That's a good point. Actually, maybe this would be more better for a graph. Let's see what it's like on the graph. If it will load. I think. Oh, there we go. Let's go back to journals. I don't like the way that worked. Why do they need to be pitted against each other? I don't know. I was just trying to figure out something I could write to test out. Like because I felt like it would be boring to just write down the same. I think you're working in the wrong folder. You set all of home to this. All right. So this is getting to a point where I think we just need to, I don't know, some LogSec experts step up, help the man. Hold on a minute. All right, and we're back. See, add new and then make a new folder for it. All right. Let's see. Add new graph, then make a folder for it. We'll just call this LogSec graph, and then let's open it there. I don't think graph view is going to work the way that I wanted it to begin with. Okay, VFox. Unfortunately, that is a question that I'm not going to get into because I think people are tired of hearing me talk about the same thing. So, I'll just, too long didn't read. I'll just say that I prefer RNote. But if you want something simple, I don't know yet. Let me get back to you on that. A graph is normally a map of all the files in Obsidian, assuming it's the same here. Oh, so you're not even, so really you're not even making a graph. You just have to go to like whiteboards. Okay, so that explains a lot actually. That explains a lot. Okay. I'm trying to think of what I want to do. I think you just populate the folder with files, and the graph would chain the together some. Well, no. Here's what I thought would happen. I'll show you. Okay, gotcha. All right. So here's what I thought it was gonna be. Right. I thought it was gonna be like a whiteboard, but like you just have like a so a graph. Here's what I was thinking. I was thinking like you put a circle together, then you have like another circle, and then you could say something like you know, and then maybe put a circle here. And then you could call this one like obsidian. And then you could call this one logsec. Or logseek, rather. And then you call this one rnote. That's what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be something similar to that. You just put them together and, or, you know, you draw something here and then you plot down to this next one, or you come over here, you plot to this next one, and then this breaks off in two. So then you got like those. That's what I thought a graph was. But of course, all of that is having to be done with a whiteboard. So, but that's not the point that we're talking about. I'm trying to be fair about what my original comments were. The right one is how it's going to look. Yeah, but I didn't think it was for files. I thought it was like you actually just come up with a, you know, like a. I don't know what I was thinking. Like my head is kind of all over the place today. I've been sick, so if you'll just forgive me. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yeah, okay. So no, thank you. I appreciate it. So then what would I do? If I'm wanting to type notes, oh, I guess I just add one of those. So this is a note that I left for grandma, grandman, grandma. Okay. If we go into here, oh, it splits off. Okay. So that's kind of interesting. And then I left it 5 days ago. And I never heard back from her. Those are our main points. So if we go back here, then our notes are aligned. So like, then let's say for example, then you put in, oh, did I zoom out? There we go. I mean, I thought we saw a graph, but if it's getting populated. I mean, I'm in graph. I just don't know how long the graph takes, because I know the last time we did graph, it took a little while. Seems not, yeah. All right, yeah, let's go back to the journal, though. So, like, let's say I wanted to add something back to this note here. I could just say... I could populate... Wait, can I not populate... Oh, yeah, I can populate another note. Let's see. I never heard back from her. She was sleeping as a result. Now let's go back, and then there's our notes. I think it took a while last time because it was looking through all of your home, not working. Where is... Yeah, so we will go back to Obsidian. We will take a more in-depth look into like the note-taking in and of itself. So it seems like as far as a journal goes, like this is written down more like pinpoints. So like, or not pinpoints, but like points, I guess. So like you got a sub point and then you got a sub point within that sub point. I mean, it doesn't really help if you are... I mean, it helps like if you're sitting in history class and you need to like write down like points like this. I think it would be a good program to do that with. Yeah, bullet points. That's what I meant. Thank you. I think it would be a good application for that. If you're doing that. I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, it's kind of Obsidian. Yeah. I mean, let's take a look and see what Obsidian does differently. If it's how I think it is, probably not. Only links note files together, not the points. Yeah, but okay. So here's the thing I will say about Logseq. Logseq out of the box. You're only really taking down bullet points. I probably could have clicked off of the bullet points and typed something, but it starts you off with bullet points. With this, it just starts you with, and I don't even know if you can like you could insert, or you could format it. They don't really have bullet. Oh yeah, they do have a bullet list, or a numbered list. Yeah, you do have to make it here yourself, but that's the good part. To me, that's what stands out, is that you're able to format and do the paragraph the way that you need to do it. But yeah, that's what I would say. Like, this is, to me, this is better than like, if I'm doing journal entries like this, or like if I'm taking notes, this is what I would want. I would want to be able to right click and have the options to choose what needs to be done. But of course, with the other being marked down, I think you could do the same thing. In fact, you know what? Let's pull them up side by side. Let's do. Let's see. We had Obsidian. Then there's Arna. Oh yeah, Logseq. I was trying to remember the name. Let's put the two together. So then, theoretically, we could just block ref, expand. I mean, it is all markdown, but like it just makes it kind of difficult to do what you want to do with it. But oh yeah, let me try that. This is also some text. I don't know if that does anything. I think that's just more clickable. I'll have to figure out how to do the task ones. Oh, you're missing some spaces. Oh, gotcha. Okay, so then we just... That's pretty cool. Oh, that's for like a... That's a checkbox if we do that. And then... text goes here. Okay. I think I paused for a second because I think I've got an idea of how I view Obsidian and Logseek now after using the journal aspects. Um, let's talk about Logseek first. The UI interface is decent. I think there's some things that can be confusing at times, but I think overall it's decent. Uh, Taking down notes like you are, like if you have to do something with bullet points, that might be your way to go. Because, I don't know if I have to backspace. No, because that's just gonna. But like everything is put into a. Yeah, I don't really want to do that. It just doesn't seem nearly as. Like, I guess for the lack of better words, it doesn't really seem as great. When you don't have to have bullet points. I think even though I don't like Obsidian's UI interface, there's one thing, or there are a couple of things that I do like about Obsidian. You could change its font. That's always good. You can change, your dark themes. I mean, it's even got hardware acceleration. I know some of you were talking about hardware acceleration earlier. Community plugins. You've got those. I think even though in general, because all of this here can be confusing, this whole UI interface. Like you got this quick switcher, then you got it like a open graph view, create a new canvas. The only thing I really understand is like creating a new canvas. This other stuff, like I don't really understand except for like new drawing as well. If we are taking the drawing aspect out of it, I think Obsidian would be the winner for me. I don't see myself being able to use, despite the fact that they do have whiteboards with, with the Logseek. I feel like, yeah, I don't know what a command palette is. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, it's just a menu like Rofi. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you got like a Rofi like menu, and then you could just type whatever you need to type out and stuff. So, I mean, hopefully, well, at least for me, like, for me, it doesn't change. Like, for me, because of what I do, I would still use Rnote. Just because of what I need it to do. If we're talking about base stuff here, like if we're talking about just the journals, just the typing aspect, I would say Obsidian still wins. Like, you've also got syncing options too, even though you have to pay for it. But like, for a lot of people, it's probably worth it. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of different things about it. I just don't know that I want to. I don't really want to explore anymore as far as the note taking, because I mean I pretty much said all that there is to say about it. Um. Yeah, I know that drawing is not a big aspect to everyone else. Um. But yeah. Yeah, it's just for capturing thoughts and screenshots. Yeah, it's good for like for your thoughts and stuff like that. Like, here's what I will say too. Like, you can add links. That's also good. I think I saw in one of these, like you could embed like a YouTube video. Um. So I mean that was pretty cool. But yeah. So a majority of you, according to the poll, 50% of you use something else to begin with. So, I mean, what it comes down to is like, I don't know. I think it depends on how you take notes, because some people, they manually write their notes down. But as you know, you eventually run out of paper, and then you have to have more paper and then more ink in your pen, which is not really a problem for most people, but it is something that happens. Then you've also got like your Microsoft OneNotes, your Google Keep notes, your other ways that you take notes. If you're looking for something that is open source that you can use on Linux, I think I would still, at the end of the day, like I said, with the drawing aside, use Obsidian. Logseek is like, I don't know. Like, it's kind of hit or miss with it. Let's see. What's Notes Nook? I've heard about it, but I never used it. I don't even know what it is. I have no idea. So what OurNote does is that it saves. You know, I don't. This is the good thing about OurNotes. OurNotes, I don't even have to have like a whole directory, because that's the problem that I'm having with Obsidian and Logseek is like they want you to have like, oh, what happened here? Oh, okay. I see what it is. I think it just unloaded it for a little while. Uh yeah, so oh yeah, the way that they save it is like um you can save it wherever you want, and it's usually saved as a .svg file, or it's saved as a PDF file. Um but it's a very simple interface, great for like you can also you could also insert text here. Like, this is some text for sure. You could actually, oh yeah, you can choose the fonts too. So like, just use the regular nerd font. Then you just drag this around wherever you want. You could take notes in Inkscape then, no? LOL. I wouldn't recommend taking notes in Inkscape. Oh yeah, let me before I get to that, let me talk about Obsidian not being open source. Um, if you okay, let me rephrase the point of contention here. If you want an alternative to Obsidian, Logseek is the way to go. If you want something that's open source, to me, it doesn't matter so much about whether or not it's open source. I mean, there are things that I do care about things being open source. This is not a program that I really care about it being open source. But having said that, if you are looking for something that is open source for note taking, then yes, you will want to go with Logseek. I have recently um as far as Inkscape goes, I used to do all of my um I used to have all of my artwork done in um I used to have all my artwork done in Inkscape, and then I started using Krita, and I've been experimenting with Krita and seeing how well that works. Um so I haven't used Inkscape in a while. I mean, for that matter, you could also say that you could take notes in Krita. Okay? You could say that you could take notes in GIMP. You could say that you could take notes in anywhere where you can use a drawing tablet. What makes this special is that it is specifically for the use of taking notes. This is not for being able to do vector graphs, because with Inkscape, their drawing tool is not really that great. In fact, I don't use it very often. I try not to, if at all possible. Um, let's see. Does Arnote open fast? Yeah, I would say it opens pretty fast. Like it's a GTK application. Like it's a very simple little thing that they've come across. And from my understanding, it is also open source. I could be wrong though. Let me do a quick uh, Google search real quick. Yeah, it is open source. And it is designed for sketching, taking handwritten notes, and annotating documents and pictures. So, like with Inkscape, for example, Inkscape limits you on your canvas. This does not limit you on your canvas. Um, so yeah, that's what I would say though. I would say that it's for me, it's a better workflow. It just all depends on what I want to really do with it. Okay, something about Vim. I'm not sure what that comment's towards. But yeah, that's my little review on all of these note taking apps. About taking notes, you were saying you can take notes in anything. So I was going by the standard that Vindicta was giving. So they were saying you could take notes in Inkscape then. And my response was you could take notes in anything. My response is as long as you have a program that you can draw in uh, with a drawing tablet, then you could write your notes technically. Like you could write them through um, Krita. You could do it through GIMP. You could do it even through Inkscape, which I still don't recommend because it's not capturing. The thing about Inkscape is that it's not capturing your um, It's not capturing your handwriting. It's more about like figuring out where all these points in your line is going to go, because it is a vector, and this is vector based too, by the way. Like, it's vector based as well. So the only thing is that you don't have to like mess with the lines or anything. Like, you don't have to curve them just right, because it's just going by your handwriting. Oh, my mistake, but you can even use a Vim plugin. I wouldn't know the first thing about using Vim plugins. So, I mean, I'll take your word for it. But, yeah, just in general, like, technically you could do it in anything. But I guess my point is that I like the way that this is set up. I guess I'm a little biased. But yeah. We'll go back to this one. Yeah, that's what it comes down to at the end of the day. This is about like productivity. Like, the thing that I always say is that use what works for you. And at the end of the day, I can't really, like, as long as you're getting the job done, then that's all that matters, really. Let's see. Let's see. I think your setup is good, but would you consider switching to something other than R notes? I think. Um. What? I guess my question is, what would be like? Because I mean, like, your notes are on R notes now, I think. Yeah, so like all the notes that I wrote down earlier, they're saved to a file. So, um, yeah. I don't know what you mean by like what would I switch to? Because like I could. It depends on two things. It depends on what I want to do with it and how I want to get it done. So there is a possibility that I would use either Logseek or Obsidian. Obsidian, I finally got it to work the way that I want it to anyway. That would be a good candidate. The only reason I would consider Logseek would be because of wanting to be open source, but wanting something like Obsidian. Yeah, I just mean if you would completely switch, or if you would just use it for other tasks, maybe. I think I would completely switch before I just used it for other tasks. Yeah, I think it just depends. Depends on what I would want to do with it. Yeah, so like I don't know. I would have to have some time to think about that as far as like which one would I use, but I wouldn't use anything else other than the projects that were recommended today, like Logseek, Obsidian, and Rnote. Those are the ones that I would uh, just. Those are the ones I would think about using. If I wasn't using Rnote, I would probably use. Uh, I'd probably use Obsidian more than likely. Yeah, and I don't want to use OneNote. I remember I used OneNote in college, and I mean it worked for a while, but like I didn't do enough with it to like really for it to matter. Um, I think what it comes down to is that a lot of people today seemed like they, for one reason or another, just did not want me to give like my first impression of Obsidian, because what I said earlier was my first impressions. There was stuff that I didn't like about it. And then when I got into actually doing note taking with it, I could see the potential in it. But there's a learning curve, and you will have to make that commitment, that decision to learn the things that you need to learn with Obsidian. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that like it shouldn't hold me back. Just because like I may not like some things. Let's see. I hate the thought of having things stored in the cloud. Yeah, no, I understand. I don't know right now of like how I would even sync my files. Like, because I guess it would just be more like I would have to see how it works between my phone and my computer. Because that would also be a factor to consider. Like, would I want to even use note taking on my phone? Because currently I use the Notes app on my iOS. I use the regular Notes app, and I kind of have things that I don't like about it, so would be nice to go with something else. But yeah, we'll go ahead and check out Sync Thing. That's not the right one. Let's go to Sync. Oh, you have to create a Obsidian account to sync. Yeah, I'll have to check out Sync Thing some other time then, because I was not prepared for that. Oh, it's a separate program? Yeah, I'm just, I'll check it out later. Um, oh yeah, let me go ahead and end the poll while I'm at it. Oh, Sync Thing lets you sync files to a folder on your phone. Gotcha. Yeah, so I'll definitely check that out, because I do need to figure out a new application for like taking notes. So, depending on which one works best for me, I'll let you guys know in a future stream what I decided to go with, or maybe I'll just let you know on Discord and Matrix what I decided to go with. Um, but I I do need to figure out a new program. So I may not even use Arnode at the end of the day. It may end up being Obsidian or Logsec. It really just depends uh, on I guess which one's going to be better for my use case. Because I really want to give Logsec more of a chance as well. Yeah, it's going to require more testing, is what I'm saying. Like, I guess, yeah, yeah. Stick to Arnode until I can figure out which one I want to go with, because like the whiteboards are pretty good, the journals are good. XCaliDraw, when I got it to install, worked. The journals with Obsidian are also like they're just they're good as well. Yeah, I don't think that my notes are going to be convertible, because I don't think I could just pull up a SVG and then just like edit it in XCaliDraw, for example. I think it would be best if I found a. I just need to find a program that I need to stick with and that will back up my things. So really, the question comes down to not even it's not even what I thought it was. Like the question isn't even about Rnote. It's about Obsidian versus Logsec. Because, like I said, I don't want to go with other. I mean, yeah, there are other options, but like I was specifically covering Linux apps at the time. That was the idea when I was doing the stream. Oh yeah, yeah. Both are marked down, but what are the handwritten notes saved as? Um, Let me figure this out. Oh, that did not save it where I thought it was. I mean, you can export the image. Well, yeah, it's SVG or PDF in Rnote. I don't know about anywhere else. Yeah, it's their own thing. So, as far as whiteboards here go, though, you could. I don't know if you would export page or export graph or what you would do here exactly. But you could also. You could do something here, I guess. I'm just trying to figure out where that's at. So Rnote might be compatible with Logsec if you put the SVG in the right place. Theoretically, it could be, yeah. Let me see. Let me see what this saves as. Oh, this saves it as a PNG. Yeah, this saves it as a PNG, so I don't think I would be able to bring in a file from Rnote. Bet you could just pull in SVG into both these. I mean, it's possible. I could just like, you know what? Let's test this. Let's test this out. Yeah, putting that in my home folder was clearly the wrong method. Let me see if I can copy and paste that, though. Did that go anywhere? Import external file or reuse existing file if path is from the vault. Insert file. No, I don't want to do that. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. But yeah, that was clearly the wrong method of I should have put the I think it was either Obsidian or Logseek. I don't remember which one. I should have changed the home folder for it. Yeah, I don't think it knows what to do with it. I think it because it does save it as a Rnote, but if you just save the document, it just saves it as a Rnote. I thought it saved it as a SVG. Oh, you could save as. You could save it as a Rnote or just Rnote. You don't have any other options. unless you export the document. You can export it, I guess. I don't know. Lots of playing around. Definitely. So I'll figure it out, let you guys know probably tomorrow when I come back on stream. I'll look into my different options, see what I am gonna do. But I think it's time to end the stream though. I need to finish working on my honk template, and then I need to try to get some sleep before I go to work. As far as the whole Gen 2 thing, I don't think we're gonna do Gen 2. I'll figure out what we're gonna do. I just don't think it'll be Gen 2. But it'll be fun nonetheless. Maybe do some Minecraft to talk about a topic. It all just depends on how I'm feeling at the time. So yeah, I wanna thank you all for being here. It's been great. And if you like the stream, then make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you really enjoy my content, consider subscribing. And then we have the Discord and the Matrix rooms where you can get in contact with me outside of YouTube if you need to, and all that good stuff. And I will see you guys later. Take care.